Have you ever wondered what makes a comedian truly unforgettable? For many, Jay Leno is that name spunny before diving into his world of humor. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. Um, was that greater than made a sort of film that this made expensive at times that it's just a couple of times. His journey began long before that as a stand-up comedian in the 70s and 80s. Let's take a stroll down memory lane and revisit some of his most hilarious quotes. One of Leno's memorable moments came when he humorously remarked, uh, let's see how you all feel in 30 years. This was his cheeky nod to Johnny Carson, who has been writing, uh, often writing, uh, oftentimes about how much of the times struggle about tricking women. And then in another segment, he joked about Facebook being down, saying, people were so bored, they apparently started opening up real books. It's a funny thought, imagining people turning to literature instead of scrolling through their feeds. Reflecting on his college days, Leno quipped, I was a philosophy major for 4 years. Um, had dreams of opening a little philosophy shop when I got out. Um, it's a playful jab at the practicality of a philosophy degree. Leno also tackled economic issues with humor, stating the economy is so bad in California, parents in Beverly Hills are being forced to raise their own children. This joke has seemed being it to right to be in seven to perspective. He once predicted, electronics experts say, by the year 2009, people will be able to watch TV on their cell phones. Little did he know how accurate that would become, as we now see phones lighting up in theaters. Begins in a classic winter joke. He said, it's so cold that rapper Ice-T turned into Ice Cube. This clever play on words never fails to elicit a chuckle, to the way that Leno's humor often highlighted the absurdities of life, in or absurdities of the former fentilism. Uh, he joked about the Popiel pocket fisherman, uh, asking where are you possibly going to use this thing. Like you're standing in line at the movies. We got a few extra minutes, honey, and I'll just catch some bass. And he also poked fun at the state of reading in America, saying TV Guide is now considered reading in America. When did this happen? It's a humorous take on our changing media consumption. Leno's observations about public restrooms were equally funny. He remarked, people who put hand blowers in washrooms never assume that you might want to wash your face. It's a lighthearted critique of design choices. After a tumultuous time in television, he returned to The Tonight Show with the line, I'm Jay Leno, your host, at least for a while. This self-aware humor resonated with audiences. Uh, he didn't shy away from poking fun at New Jersey either, saying, New Jersey officials are encouraging all state workers to lead healthier lifestyles because the state is spending too much money on health insurance. Leno's jokes about cars were legendary. He quipped, most US automakers will begin equipping most of their cars now with automatic trunk releases. They say this is expected to save the lives of over 2,000 MOG informants per year. In a segment called Read the Fine Print, he joked, "This is what killed Carl Sr.," referring to the monster Thickerer. And it's a humorous take on the consequences of indulgence. And he also had a funny take on Tennessee's roadkill bill, saying now if you go to Tennessee, you can not only get fast food, you can also get not fast enough food. And Leno's observations about UFOs were equally amusing. He asked, why is it that UFOs never land at MIT or UCLA? They always land in the middle of a swamp where Bob Bookie and his cousin Weenie are out fishing. He humorously critiqued the Prius, saying Toyota announced that they are introducing a new version of the popular Prius. Thank God for that. And that's why I didn't buy the original Prius. And I was intimidated by all that power. And what in a twist on air travel, he joked, they always search you for weapons. I mean, you walk through an X-ray machine, they open your luggage, and then they give everybody steak knives. Leno's humor about Vanilla Ice was classic. Vanilla Ice got punched out during a concert. That was his first hit in years. He also shared a relatable grocery store moment. My wife and I go to the supermarket. We buy $128 worth of groceries, and the clerk says, "You want a bag for that?" "No, we're going to eat it here." In a nod to technology, he remarked, "People were camped out to get an iPad last week." I know, crazy, but their parents were happy they finally got out of the basement. And he humorously noted the rising gas prices, saying the price of gas in California is going crazy. In fact, today I did something smart. I bought a gallon as an investment. And Leno also shared a funny observation about dating. According to a recent survey, guys say the first thing they notice about a woman are her eyes, and women say the first thing they notice about guys is they are a bunch of liars. This, in a playful jab at sneaker culture, he said, if you pay $250 for sneakers, your feet are smarter than you are. He also joked about Bono staying at Bill Gates's house, saying something you don't see every day, screaming girls outside Bill Gates's house. Leno's humor even touched on serious topics like a TV psychic in Saudi Arabia facing dire consequences, quipping, "I guess he should have seen that coming." He made light of political figures too, saying Dick Cheney was hospitalized Monday because of chest pains. Um, they say the problem was his heart hasn't worked in years. Finally, he joked about Arizona's immigration bill, saying the idea behind this bill is to drive illegal immigrants out of Arizona and back to their homeland of Los Angeles. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.